What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to share some of this footage we shot when we were out in Southern California a couple of weeks ago. Had the opportunity to meet up with the one and only Greg Peters from the TheCarPassionChannel, and we shot some photos of his green and bee. So just gonna share some of this footage, share some of the photos we got, and try and share some of my tips for when you're doing a photo shoot like this on location. So for today's shoot, I was using my 24-105 zoom lens, and I've really been favoring this lens recently just for the variety of shots you can get with it. I used to shoot almost all my car stuff with a 50mm prime, but I've really been digging the more telephoto look recently, and also you can never go wrong with a low and wide shot, and you can get both of those types of shots with this one lens. So next thing to talk about is location, and we had an awesome location here at Snapdragon Stadium, and the timing was just right too. We did this in the evening, about 5 o'clock or so, just as the sun was starting to go down, so we had that awesome light. So here we're just moving to a different little setup here at this location. That's one of the things you definitely want to do when you're at a location, is move the car around, try a bunch of different spots at the location itself, because the lighting's always going to be a little bit different depending on how exactly you're parked, where you're at. So definitely don't be afraid to move the car around, get a variety of looks and a variety of backgrounds, as well as a variety of things to potentially play with in the foreground of your shots. So here I'm just going to kind of walk all the way around the car and get shots from pretty much every angle, our basic like front, 3/4, rear, side, and then I'm going to start working in towards some more details like some close-ups on the wheels and the interior. And pay attention to the lighting when you're doing this, because depending on how the light is hitting, some certain sides of the car may look better than others. The side, either like the driver's side or the passenger side, may be looking better with how the light's hitting it, and same thing for the front and the rear. So pay attention to that as you're shooting and adjust accordingly. Here we were able to shoot on this side street that had no traffic on it, and this always produces some pretty cool results when you can put the car in the middle of the road like this. So just be careful if you're going to do something like this. Be ready to move the car if you need to, have spotters, and definitely pick a area where there's not really any traffic and you're not in the way. But I thought these shots came out pretty cool. Alright, and my last little tip today before we go is, with how much we shoot for Instagram and social media recently, is don't forget to shoot some landscape photos as well as your portrait photos. These always come in handy and are never going to go out of style. It's always nice to still have those nice big landscape photos you can use for wallpapers and just in general to have a nice photo in a landscape orientation. So whenever I find an angle I really like, I go ahead and make sure I shoot it in landscape as well as portrait orientation before I move on. Alright, last part of the shoot, we're going to do is a little bit of rollers on this road over here since it's super dead. Yeah, pretty comprehensive shoot. It's not very often you get to do rollers just because it's really complicated to set up, because you need a driver, the photographer, and then someone to drive the car that's being photographed. So while we're here, we might as well do it. Alright, and we didn't actually end up getting any rolling photos on my camera because my lens started acting up, but we did get some awesome rolling video shots of Greg's car on his camera, and those clips can actually be seen at the end of his most recent video. I'll leave a link down below. But yeah, that just about does it. Big thanks to Greg for taking the time to come and meet up with us. It was a lot of fun to hang out, check out the car, and shoot some photos of it. Also, shout out Cole for filming the behind the scenes on this and just assisting with the shoot. Stay tuned in just a second for some awesome photos of the nitrous purge on Greg's car. But other than that, hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. We've got some more really fun videos from California coming next week and the following week, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome week. We'll see you in the next one, guys.
Some part of me is scared for some reason.
It's not really that spectacular.
That was pretty spectacular. Just I was scared at first.